And welcome everybody here to a special edition of the Reservation Roundup. We are at the columns here at Tioga High School. It is homecoming parade night, and we're going to be able to experience every bit of it. Talk a little football, get to see all the great stuff here that's happening at homecoming parade, as tomorrow night your Tioga Indians take on the Richwood Rams out of Monroe area for homecoming night. So we're going to have a special edition here tonight at the high school. It's the same as what we did last year. Had a lot of fun, got to see the floats go by, got to see a whole lot happen here at Tioga High School. My name is Billy French. I am blessed and honored to be your voice of Tioga football, alongside my partner behind the camera, working on all the angles, trying to get everything right here, Mr. Chuck Perkins. So it's good to have everybody here. We're going to have a few guests on later on. It's kind of a special edition show here tonight, Reservation Roundup. We normally have it at Quibido's every Thursday night. But tonight we're going to go ahead and try to do an hour early here and enjoy the homecoming festivities, as you're going to hear it in the background as well as the floats are getting ready to go. We've got cops set up here, floats. We heard the fire truck go off a little while ago.
That would be police officers, Mr. Billy.
Well, they're there too, my friend. They're right behind it. So it's going to be a great night here as the whole parade will be coming by here. We're going to talk a little bit about last week's game. I know a lot of you don't want to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it here. A big loss last week against a Pineville team that came up and came prepared. And Aiden Tate for that Pineville team, my goodness, that young man ran all over the place. Kudos to that young man, and kudos to that offensive line of Pineville. It was back and forth all night, back and forth. And if you got to watch the broadcast last week, we had Nathan Martin, the voice of Pineville, up in the press box with us. And that's the most, Chuck, I've seen Nathan smile out of Tioga Pineville game in a long time.
He was quite energetic up there. He was wanting us to know that he was true blue, ready for rooting for his Rebels.
Absolutely, and well deserved. Of course, big win for the Pineville team here. First time in, I believe, 10 years or some odd. I don't know the exact number on that, so don't quote me on that. But that they
quite a while
that they beat Tioga, and it came down to a field goal at the end. And but a big night for both Pineville's running back, which was Aiden Tate, and again, he had a great week. He was one of our Quibido's players of the week for the Pineville side. But for your Tioga Indians, Kenny Ponche came in and had himself a day. Kenny Ponche with, I believe, 3 touchdown runs, had a big game here. And Kenny, we normally call his name out quite a bit as playing safety, but this game he came over to the other side, and man, he had a great night. He was our Security Sporting Goods player of the game, big Kenny Ponche, and always making plays in that safety spot, but really stepped up big when the Tioga Indians needed him. And you can see it on your screen here. Mr. Kenny Ponche is our Security Sporting Goods player of the game with 3 touchdowns for your Tioga Indians. Shifting gears to our Southern Air cool play of the game. That was a no-doubter. I believe this young man also won KALB TV play of the week as well. Karlinski Lloyd with a huge 83-yard touchdown return, a big momentum shifter in the ball game. Pineville had just scored on a big run by Aiden Tate. And
time out for just a minute. So, player of the game or cool play of the game?
This is the Southern Air cool play of the game. Player of the game was Kenny Ponche.
Yes.
But our Southern Air cool play of the game was Karlinski Lloyd on the 83-yard rush return touchdown in the big game. Like I said, a momentum, and we're going to let you look at that now. And here comes the kick for the kickoff, and that's going to be Karlinski Lloyd again as he crosses the 20-yard line. Still on his feet. Karlinski's got a whole lot of speed. He's got one man to beat him. It's the kicker, and he does. Karlinski to the 20, to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Tioga. No flags. Karlinski Lloyd. Big momentum shift right there in that ball game as it was back and forth all night. Pineville goes down there, scores a big touchdown, and Karlinski Lloyd Lloyd, he's got the jets, buddy. When he is on, very, very hard to catch. So that young man, Karlinski Lloyd, was our Southern Air cool play of the game. Brought to you by Southern Air. They've been doing this big sponsor of 446 Sports now for a few years. So we appreciate Southern Air. You can hear in the background. What is that, Chuck?
That's the fire truck.
That's a fire truck. Okay.
And Daddy always called them fire trucks.
That's a fire truck right there as the parade is getting ready to go. So while it's getting ready as well, we'll give it out to our express employment professionals. You had one job, and this young man absolutely did his job. There's a reason Kenny Ponche had 3 touchdown runs, and it's because of that offensive line. And that offensive line that night was led by Andrew Humphrey, a big, big, big part of the reason Kenny had the holes that he had to run through. So our express employment, you had one job winner is Andrew Humphrey. Congrats to that young man. His first time winning that this year. And we will give a special shout out to the offensive and defensive line every week. Brought to you by Express Employment Professionals, Mr. Seth Landry and the crew over there. So if you need a job, doesn't matter. If you need a job, go see Express Employment Professionals. They'll get you working in a couple of days. No problem if you need a job. So that will wrap up for all the weekly rewards for the last week here as Pineville defeats our Tioga Indians. Our Tioga Indians 0-3. I know that's a big change for you Tioga fans, but we're shifting gears. You can only do so much about last week. You got to go take your step, take your lumps, and you work on the next game. And we've got a big, big homecoming game tomorrow night here live at the Reservation at 7 p.m. against the Richwood Rams right there outside of Monroe.
So one of the cameras that I have set up on this parade route, I have what's called a judges table cam.
Okay.
Now, there are some little bodies. I'm going to put it on there real quick. There are some little bodies that are just hanging out in front of it. So you see it there, you got a little fellow there, but there's nothing there in front of the judges' tables yet. He's looking at dead into that camera.
He knows he's on TV.
Yeah,
what it is.
Well, we're hitting it with the box now. My goodness. Somebody needs to stop all that for me, please. But the fire trucks are making their way there, and hopefully they'll not hit the box anymore for me.
Absolutely.
Or hit the camera with the box anymore. So anyhow, yeah, the fire trucks are making their way up to it. And we'll, as the different floats come by the judges' table, we're going to stop because that's where they usually stop and do a performance.
That's right. They got to impress the judges, right?
Yes. And so we're gonna put it on there, and we'll talk about them a little bit.
As you can hear the fire trucks in the background. Special edition tonight of a Reservation Roundup here. Normally, Coach Kevin Cook is with us, but I believe he's on the parade on the float.
He should be.
Yeah, tonight. So we'll talk to a few other people as well tonight, but we're just going to have a good time, enjoy the festivities here of homecoming at Tioga, and then we'll talk a little bit about the Richwood Rams a little later on in the broadcast. But fun-filled night here in Tioga. You could see a ton of people backed up here ready to catch some candy for the parade. And it's always fun to be here at a Tioga homecoming. And the weather's nice, a little bit of sun out, but not too cold, not too hot. And you can see the fire trucks getting out there. So we're going to let you tune in a little bit to the fire trucks, and we're going to try not to talk near as much as we normally do and let you just enjoy the festivities. Rapides Parish Fire District number 3. I love the sign hanging on there, Chuck. Says, "We are hiring." Well, you want a great career,
nice.
huh? You want a full career, that really is meaningful. Right. Go join the fire department for sure. Absolutely. Save lives, change lives. I hear they got pretty good benefits, too.
And that siren goes on and on and on. We used to have one in the patrol car when we did, and that was always fun to hit that one and just let it wind on down. You'd hit it, it'd get really high pitched, and then it just slowly wind its way down. There's always a fun one to hit.
And hopefully the young man stopped hitting your camera. Is that correct?
They did get him moved, so thank you.
All right, good job there. And again, you'll start seeing float after float here. We are live here at the Columns here at Tioga High School, special edition of Reservation Roundup. Normally we're at Quibido's, but tonight we're at Tioga High School enjoying the homecoming festivities.
Billy's a little darkened now because the sunshine is behind him.
Yeah.
And so once that gets down, about probably another about time we're ready to get off of here.
Yeah.
It'll be cleared up for you. So.
Well, you're very lucky I'm wearing a hat today. Just imagine if my bald head had that with the sun hitting the top of it, it'd be blind. You wouldn't be able to see anything. It'd be a blur.
Here comes our next float. You see that truck there rolling in? I'll see if we can see who that is.
We're also going to have our Tioga football team will be on one of these floats as well.
That looks like them. It's right there, as a matter of fact. Pausing right there in front of the judges' table for us.
Good idea right there, Chuck. Chuck is just a producer extraordinaire, knowing that everybody's going to stop at the judges' table. Make sure he sets the camera up. Now, of course, you're having a little issues with technical stuff here tonight. Of course, I know you wanted to have that drone going and just have a drone over like we did last year, but we were unable to do that. But
the wind is a little gusty at times.
Yeah.
And just for safety purposes is the reason I didn't try to do that, trying to do this and that at the same time with that pushing that wind around a little bit. I was a little concerned about it. Here comes another float rolling in. Maybe a varsity JV?
Yeah, that looks. Yeah, that first one there looks to be the JV or the freshman team. Yeah, the first one's the JV. I think the second one is the varsity. I've seen a couple of the Tioga starters on that second float. We love and appreciate our Tioga Indians. Got a big game tomorrow night here. Homecoming. Always want a W on homecoming night.
Absolutely.
Cohen Henry, I see quite a few of the Tioga Indians out there.
There's another one just rolled in front of the judges' table. Got a few guys in the back of the tray.
It's the JV champion out there on that second float. Even some coaches out there. These young men excited, getting to throw candy at the Tioga faithful.
Right.
There's a couple of the captains on this third one here. I see Jaden Hager. Andrew Humphrey, number 76, right there. Our Express Employment. You had one job winner.
There's one that's passing there in front of the judges' table.
Is that Coach Kevin Cook? Yeah, driving the little side-by-side.
Okay.
We love Coach Cook, him and his lovely wife.
He's probably driving that so he can come back around here
probably
in just a minute to hop on with us.
Absolutely, as we grow. Yeah, there he is. He's got his dog in the side-by-side as well with his wife.
Oh, goodness, Billy. Here comes one of the contestants for the homecoming queen.
Uh-oh.
Let me walk over to see if we can keep my area clear in front of the judges' table.
Go ahead here as we'll keep it live here going here at the Columns homecoming night here at Tioga. You're going to see all the floats, everybody having a great time, throwing candy for the Tioga faithful, cups, all kind of people, Tioga cheerleaders, homecoming court. One of my favorite nights of the year here. They get to enjoy all the festivities and all the candy. I mean, I'm missing out. I'm sitting over here at the Columns. They can't reach me with the candy. At first, yeah, that was Molly Dyson, one of the homecoming court. Try to call everyone out if I can. Caitlin Roberts, KK Roberts, another on the court. Of course, KK, we love her to death. She's a softball and basketball player for your Tioga Indians. We'll be calling a couple of her basketball games not too far away from now. And, of course, the Lady Indians of softball, she'll be one of the leaders on that team as well. Homecoming parade here at Tioga High School. We are at a special edition of the Reservation Roundup here, homecoming parade edition, we'll call it. I am Billy French, your voice of Tioga football. Chuck Perkins is the man behind the camera, making sure the cameras are clean, making sure we have a good look at the judges' table as well. And hope everybody's having a great time. Big crowd out here for the homecoming parade. Kids catching candy. There's the school bus here. Let's see what that one is. I see some Disney characters on the school bus.
That's our CBT group in this school bus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I seen the Pixar characters, of course, Woody and Buzz and the whole gang. It's crazy that it's almost October already, Chuck.
Oh my goodness, yes. It's just like right around, like next week, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, next week it'll
Tuesday
be
is October 1, I believe.
October, and man, I'm excited for that weather to start getting a little cool.
It'd be nice that, like, all of a sudden October 1 it cools off.
Yeah, we're supposed to get a little cold. It's supposed to be down in the 60s in the mornings now for the next couple of days. So here we go.
Hurricane going to someone else.
Let's see who the homecoming court here is. Is that Lauren Taylor? Yeah, Lauren Taylor now in the next homecoming court.
That passed by earlier.
I called out KK Roberts.
She was in the Mustang?
Yep, and Molly Dyson
had
already come
Corvette.
in. Yep, here is Lauren Taylor now. Let's see who else we got here. Carly Johnson.
Passing in front of the judges stand right now. You see the band.
I want to say this real quick. Carly Johnson right now is holding my granddaughter.
What?
In her lap over there. The most beautiful granddaughter in the world. If you can get a shot of that, Chuck, that would make my whole year right there. That is my beautiful granddaughter in Carly Johnson's lap. That is Ivy Grace Roy. And she's the sweetest thing in the world. Her's 1 year old, and she loves her pops. And look at that big white bow on my baby. We love you, Carly, but we're really focused on my granddaughter right now.
There she is. Got her back in camera view.
Ivy Grace Roy. Look at that. Her first parade. She's checking it out. We love her to death.
I call her Shrinky Dink.
Shrinky Dink, as long as she takes care of my baby girl, that's all that matters. I know Ivy's having a great, she's looking around not knowing what's going on over there. Here comes the Band of Indians, your Tioga Band of Indians. They've done such a great job every home game, of course, this year, playing the national anthem, doing the halftime deal. They'll have something going on tomorrow night as well for the homecoming festivities. And you can hear the percussion. Tioga's always had a strong band, but just a tradition of excellence here for the Tioga Band of Indians. I'm a former member of that as well. Always, I had the privilege to be one of the few that got to go play in the Independence Parade in Washington, D.C. for at that time, President Clinton. And we traveled to Washington, D.C. on some buses. That was a long trip, my friend.
I guess
long trip.
It's another court member passing. Several of them have passed us now.
That's going to be Olivia Mullen is one of the members there. Olivia, and then let's see who else we got. Chloe Bond.
So just to let y'all know, what you're seeing on the screen and what we're saying, there's a slight delay.
Yeah.
It's not because of
they're coming
the
around.
internet. It's because the judges' table is a few feet down from us, and whenever they make the curve here in front of the high school, we're actually able to see them.
And this look at the boat. I know you guys just saw it, but we're just now seeing the boat. I guarantee you that's my buddy Arthur Brown toting that boat right there. And what a beautiful, look, it's a Saints boat, Chuck. It's got a Saints logo on it. I don't even fish, but I want that boat. My goodness, I believe that's my buddy Arthur Brown. Probably he, of course, him and Real Deal Marine taking care of that, make sure that the people had a great little float to ride on. And let's see who else we got here. Chuck, that one's kind of hard to see. Is that Chloe Crawford? Homecoming court in the white car.
I believe you're correct.
Again, we're trying to call everybody's name, so if we do not call somebody's name, please don't get offended. We're trying to make everybody
baseball
happy.
Team passing by.
Yeah, you could tell that that's a baseball team because they're throwing these little balls and candies as hard as they can and as far as they can. You can tell the arm strength on the baseball team.
Coach Knuckles not letting them soft anything at all.
And here we go, another homecoming, but that sign, I can't see it. I am so sorry. Whoever you are, young lady, I apologize that we're not able to call your name. You're in a beautiful car, a Corvette. And then the class of 2026 out there throwing candy. I see Macy Sanders, Morgan Goodo, the golf team right there. Those two are phenomenal golfers. And then look at the Mustang right there, Faith. My goodness, that's a beautiful Mustang.
I'm gonna probably just stand up and flip this camera around so we can call our shots here.
Absolutely.
They're crowding in front of the judges' table again, so can't quite see what's going on there.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in here. A special edition of the Reservation Roundup. This is Homecoming Parade Night. Brought to you by all of our sponsors on 446 Sports.
Try to get you a look at those here in just a minute.
And
that
we're
sound
seeing
like
who that is.
Special right there.
Yeah, it does. Roast the Rams, they say over there on that float.
Nice.
Oh, that's the is that Miss McFarland? Yeah, that's the
FFA.
Ag. Yeah, FFA, the Ag. Man, we love Miss McFarland. I've never heard a bad word about her. She is fantastic. She's been here for so many years. We love her. And then there's Michaela for one of the homecoming court as well for Tioga. I feel like I'm at Quibido's eating again, Chuck.
Right?
The music playing. I'm loving this.
All right, so here we go.
There's another float getting ready to come through. Class of 2028 right there, Chuck.
Ooh-wee.
Man,
where's the time gone, huh?
And look, about to come through your camera angle is our captain of Tioga football, Mr. Ryan Reeves. Look at him right here. To your right, buddy. Look at that.
1-7.
He's going to photobomb without even knowing that he's photobombing. That's one of my buddies right there, Mr. Ryan Reeves. That's a fantastic kid right there.
He looks a lot thicker than he really is. He's got that hoodie on underneath. Why are you wearing a hoodie?
Hey, he's being him.
Degrees.
He's being Ryan Reeves. He can do that kind of stuff. You seen some of the blocks and tackles that dude made? He can wear a hoodie if he wants to wear it.
That is Michaela Brothers. Got to give her a good shout out. She's one of the great kids in my classroom.
I know her.
Homecoming court.
I know her dad very well.
Every time I see her in class or walking down the hall coming to class, it's like, oh, brothers. She's like, I've never heard that before. And I was like, well, at least something's original.
The art club coming through as well, as they got a little bitty break in the festivities. I'm going to keep saying that word. It just sounds like I'm really smart when I say festivities.
It sounds awesome. I love it.
Another float coming by the judges' table will be making its way around here, coming around the curve.
They'll be coming around the curve, and they come.
Great setup here. Of course, Chuck picked this place out last year, and it's a perfect spot here to catch everybody, enjoy. It's not too crowded, of course. If we can just get that sun to go down a little bit earlier, huh?
That would be sweet.
Of course. All right, here we go with this float. They're see the flowers. They're wearing some type of bunny ears.
On the car you talking about?
No, on the float that's coming by here. You're about to see it. I see the big flowers coming out of the float.
Oh.
I see some bunny ears that look like some
Rake the Rams, it says.
Yeah, they got some cow shirts on, I believe.
They do, indeed.
And just slinging that candy at those kids in front of them are enjoying themselves.
What? Like Christmas in the end of September here.
Some more homecoming court people. See if you could see that name on the red Corvette up here. It's about to make the turn.
Zoom into them.
Layla? Is that Fisher?
Possibly.
Yep, Layla Fisher.
There we go. And yet another
Got them
one.
young man eyes. I could see.
And I can't see it with zoom ins. There she goes.
And our buddy coming in the Jeep right there. My buddy, Mr. No, is that Josh? No, that's Josh Gann.
What?
Driving the burgundy Jeep right there. Of course, son of our CEO of 446 Sports. Of course, he's a teacher and coach at Mary Golf, and that's the Mary Golf Elementary float. Give a wave. Josh Gann's got the best hair in the business driving that Jeep right there. See if we can get a zoom in on that, on the hair.
There he is.
Probably can't even see the road because that's him and his lovely wife driving the Jeep.
Plenty of those kiddos passing by, operating it real nice and slow. See the lady in the back not even having to jump a whole lot.
Yeah. That's Mary Golf, and there's another homecoming court.
Young lady there.
Wish we could see it. This might be where my buddy Arthur, I don't know, he's got so many vehicles and so many boats over there at Real Deal Marine. That's the junior high cheer team, right?
That is indeed the TJH cheerleaders.
Had the pleasure of calling PA announcing their game the other night against Pineville, the junior high, winning 28-0.
Nice.
And so a lot of talent coming up from the junior high league. Coach Racine and the crew there do a fantastic job every year at Tioga Junior High. Ella Rivers, the senior homecoming court. She's in the, is that the black Corvette?
Looks
yeah.
black, yes, sir. Looks like a Palm Squad, or maybe this is another school.
It looks like Tioga Elementary. I think that's TES, Tioga Elementary School. I had a daughter go to that little school. It's a fantastic school. I think that's who they are. It is, yep. Look at them getting out here, getting to be in the parades.
Getting to do a little cheer there. Here's another card coming. Did not see the name on that one. Check those young eyes for me.
Yeah, all I can see is senior 2024. Congratulations on her, though. Another little pause in the parade. Again, everybody, this is a special edition Reservation Roundup here at Homecoming Parade right in front of Tioga High School. We took the week off from Quibidos just so we could be out here to experience the entire the night here for Tioga, getting ready for the Richwood Rams tomorrow night here live at the Reservation, 7 p.m. kickoff. Make sure that you're here, filling the stands, and enjoying all part. They're going to have all kind of stuff going on for homecoming.
There's all of our sponsors. We want to give them a shout out on the screen there.
As coming on the screen as well will be Ball Elementary. making the curve. So we've had Mary Golf Elementary, we've had Tioga Elementary, and now we've had Ball Elementary cheer squads out here being a part of the homecoming parade. And now look who's coming in. Let's see who that is. The colors look like Paradise Elementary, but I'm not going to call it quite yet. But that's what those colors look like. That
All
purple. I believe that is. Yes, sir. That is Paradise, the Paradise Elementary Panthers.
Okay, come back over here, catch them in this little gap. I don't know if that's the end.
You got people leaving, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, some people just, as soon as they see their kid, they're out. But, yeah, it looks to be like that might be the end of the parade festivity. So we'll turn the camera, unfortunately, back to me. So you got to look at me a little longer. Sorry, people. It is what it is.
I had a couple people promise to come and sit in and visit with you, so they're not too scared of you, Billy. But
Not too bad, but it's
they
okay.
haven't showed up yet. So
again, if they're not here, it'll just be me and you, my friend.
it will be
Just like it's been from the beginning. Me, you, and Doug kind of starting this off, and man, we've come a long way here in the few years that we've done here at 446 Sports.
Ooh-wee.
I remember Doug and I having to go to some of these principals and asking permission if we could do a live broadcast. And I'll tell you what, especially in Rapides Parish, every principal has been gung-ho and been like, absolutely, no problem. They love the thing.
Exposure their school is getting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's bringing us so much more to the school here. As I'm trying to direct some traffic, make sure people don't walk in front of the camera. They were fixed to come on the live stream. But, you know, and of course now we're getting phone calls from people asking, hey, will you please come broadcast our games? You know,
right.
And that means a lot here at 446 Sports because we do this not for us at all. Of course, we eat up a lot of our time. My bride-to-be, I feel like she hadn't seen me in weeks because of as many games as we call, and you know, we all work regular full-time jobs. Of course, Chuck being the teacher extraordinaire here at Tioga High School. And you know, all of our other jobs, then we come up here and we try to broadcast over 300 games a year and try to bring some highlights to both young men and young women. So after football season, like we do every year, we shift gears and we head on over to basketball and softball, both for boys and girls. But we focus a lot more on the young ladies because they deserve the time that we give these young men in football. And man, are they some athletes, huh?
They really are. And I was going to tell you something else that's new coming to Tioga this year that I took a picture earlier today and posted it. They're redoing our gym floor. So here's a little secret, little tidbit.
I'm hoping you're going to say what I think you're going to say.
They're putting holes in the floor for volleyball. Now,
yes, sir.
Not a guarantee that it's going to start this coming year, but they are looking at it seriously. And you know, obviously, you have to find a coach for it. You have to, you know, there's a lot of gears that have to be oiled and greased to make that work right.
But it's in the works.
At least the poles will be in place for whenever they get ready to do that.
Absolutely. And I know Pineville and Ash both have volleyball teams already. And so that's good things for Tioga shifting gears. I know volleyball is really, really taking off now. And, man, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. It's so much fun, man, to call that anything sports that highlights these players. It's so beneficial.
I had a niece that played over in Texas, in McKinney, Texas. She was really good. Unfortunately, we never got to go and see her, but she just the reports that we would hear from her and seeing the awards that she would win. She was obviously really good in that area. That's a big school district over there.
It's big. You know, of course, I got some friends that their kids play volleyball in the West Monroe area, and it's huge in West Monroe. It's growing bigger and bigger, everything. Now it's shifting south here to Rapides Parish, and we're getting bigger and bigger here. Now, like I said, Pineville, Ash, and hopefully Tioga will be catching on, and so that's even going to open up more sports. We're going to do some of those. I guarantee you those are fun as well. You set that camera still, and you just, all we got to do is talk, right?
That's right. That's right.
Not our cameraman that don't have to move every back and forth here. It's absolute pleasure. So what we'll do, I don't know if Chuck, do you want to take a break and come back here and we're going to talk to some people?
Yes, that sounds great.
So we're going to take a break. When we come back here, we're going to talk to some more Tioga fans here. We'll be right back. This is a special edition.
Hang on. Let me get my other stuff back around over here, too, since I moved.
Yep,
I got to get my switcher back over here.
We are live at the columns here on the Reservation Roundup at Tioga High School. The homecoming parade just finished up here, so we're gonna talk to a few people here in just a minute, and then we'll talk a little bit about the homecoming game tomorrow night at 7 p.m. against the Richwood Rams. I am Billy French. This is a Reservation Roundup. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
To better serve our Senlaw family, Wallace Eye Associates proudly welcomes Louisiana native Dr. Nicholas Bro to the Wallace team.
I definitely feel very lucky and fortunate to be here with Wallace Eye and just to be practicing in Louisiana, born and raised and trained here my whole life. So I do feel very fortunate to be able to give back to this state that has given me so much.
When it's time for cataract surgery, there's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
In central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
I just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait, I'll never give up. I guess it's half timing and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right, you'll come out of nowhere and into my life. And I know that we can be so amazing. And baby,
are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Yeah, so what happened out there tonight?
We struck out at home with leftovers, then we remembered walk-ons.
What effect
did the situation have?
Spirit soared. Nick took on a burger. Jen obliterated her ribeye po' boy. And speaking of spirits, Laura even scored a real tasty cocktail. She needed that.
Any lessons learned today?
Yeah. Head straight to walk-ons.
Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Walk-ons for the win.
Welcome back, everybody, to a special edition here on 446 Sports. This is the Reservation Roundup Homecoming Parade edition. We are live at the columns here at Tioga High School. I am Billy French alongside Chuck Perkins behind the camera producer. We got some special guests with us here tonight. We've got the senior co-captain of the Apache Bells, Miss Sydney Foreman, and also sophomore Georgia Wilson, who's also the sophomore class president here and also on the Apache Bells. They're sitting to my left and to my right. Little further down, we're going to talk to them here in a minute as well. The student body vice president, Ellie Reed, and the student body treasurer, Dietrich Waller. We're going to talk to them here in just a few seconds, but we're going to shift right here real quick to Sydney Foreman, senior co-captain of the Apache Bell. Of course, you being a senior, Sydney, of course, what does it mean? Of course, 4 years here at Tioga, this is your last year. You're the boss basically around here. What does it mean to you to be one of the co-captains on this Apache Bells?
Honestly, it's just like, it's such a beautiful community, and it's like a big sister and a little sisterhood, and I just love being part of the big dance family. It's really just a wonderful community to be in. And
you were in the parade as well, right?
Yes.
I know you guys just went through there, and I've seen y'all throwing candy. Of course, Georgia, again, you are a sophomore. So which I'm sure when you get next year or the year after you're going to try to get that captainship as well.
Oh, yes,
but
sir.
Being the class president of the sophomore class is a big accomplishment as well. What does it mean to you here to see the community and the outpouring of people that comes out to a parade like this to support Tioga getting ready for homecoming?
It means so much to me that everybody came out tonight and that we have so much support in this community. We know that everyone here is supporting everyone around, and we love y'all so much for it.
Absolutely, and we're going to pass the mic down to Miss Ellie Reed here. Ellie is our student body vice president, and Ellie, I was in student council when I was young. It's way back then there, and I love it because we got to get out of class all the time for stuff. We got to go on trips. And so I was back then. I don't even know if they still have it. I was sergeant in arms. Do they still have that?
No, sir.
I didn't think so. That tells you my age here, but that was in the 97, 98. But here at Tioga, but being a part of the student body, anything, being elected from your peers, that's a big accomplishment here.
Sir.
How much fun is it for you here to be one of the leaders here at Tioga High School?
So much fun, I almost can't express it in words. It's a responsibility, but it becomes so worthwhile when you're surrounded by people who care about you, and they're the ones who make it fun.
Right, absolutely.
Yes,
it's a
sir.
big deal here to have, and anything that you can get where you're elected by your peers to be it's a captain, to be president, all that, it's huge. It's a big accomplishment. That means a lot here. Dietrich, same question, my friend. What does it mean to you to be supported by such a huge following here at Tioga? Because everybody that comes to any games or homecoming parade, Tioga packs the house wherever it goes.
It's amazing to see how much support we get from our community and the people around us to especially since how we, put a lot of those events on.
Yes.
And how much our hard work is shown.
Absolutely. Do y'all do that a lot? Do y'all put on a lot of events being in the is that your job at the student body? Okay, so
Yes,
y'all get to do a lot of that. So do y'all get to pick the theme on homecoming and prom and all that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's it. Ellie. So what's the theme right now for the homecoming?
So for our homecoming weeks, we've been picking out dress-up days. Every Thursday, this isn't partial to homecoming, but as student leadership, we go down to the front steps and we write chalk. We chalk the floors, that's what we call it. And some of us would be like Rampage the Rams, and we draw pictures, but we do this every week for football, and it's so fun, and it's so wonderful to see all these people out here supporting it and so excited for it.
It's a big deal. Absolutely. Going back to Georgia here, Georgia, of course, you get to travel, of course, a lot of times with the Apache Bells. That's a big. Everybody knows who the Apache Bells are. Of course, y'all do so much. Do y'all get to enjoy the festivities? Do y'all plan anything as well on anything like that, or do y'all just get to take really cool trips and go to like a pair?
We mainly take a lot of cool trips, and it's a lot of team bonding. But we get to decide like which dances we do. We work so hard on every dance we do every week, and it's just so beautiful to watch this group of girls come together.
Absolutely. Well, again, here, do you get to talking with the Apache Bells co-captain? I said vice co-captain, Miss Sydney Foreman. Are y'all going to be performing tomorrow night at halftime?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, give us a little tidbit here. What are y'all going to be doing? What songs going to be playing? Or can you tell? Or is it a secret? It is a secret.
Yeah.
I like that. Keep that in-house. That way we don't know. But at least we know that you're going to be out there, and we're going to be supporting you guys. And, of course, hopefully Tioga will have a big win tomorrow night. We're on a 0-3 streak. We're not used to that here at Tioga. But things will change. Again, you put your foot in the ground and you move on and you go worry about the next game. So thank you guys very, very much.
Hang on before you go.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Chuck.
Get each one of them to tell us what it's like to be an Indian.
Pop quiz from the teacher over there. All right, we'll start with Miss Sydney. What is it like to be an Indian?
What's it mean to you?
Honestly, like, it's just such a positive and like funny and heartwarming environment, and it's just nice to be in like a unified community where like everyone has a place where they can like belong.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a good
Very
answer.
diverse. I love it.
All right, Ms. Georgia Wilson, same question.
I have dreamed since I was a very little girl that I wanted to be a Tioga Indian. I wanted to be an Apache Belle. That's all I wanted. And when I was in middle school, I was so terrified that high school was going to be terrible and scary. But Tioga has made this place such a home for me. I couldn't imagine life without it.
Oh, that's a very good answer here. Pass it on down. What do you think, Ellie? Same question.
So actually, Georgia, I used to feel the same way in junior high. I was a very shy person, and it took a lot for me to get out of my shell. But when I came to Tioga and then got into high school and stuff, I didn't realize, but it made my character shine. And being surrounded by these people as a family is what makes it such a wonderful experience to be an Indian.
Absolutely great answer. Mr. Waller, Datrick Waller, same question, sir.
Basically what they said, but also knowing that we're the best because we have the best facilities, best teachers,
That's what I'm talking
best
about right there. Look at
students,
that.
best
Throwing that
everything,
plug
best school
to Chuck.
spirit, everything.
I love it. And I say this, of course, my kids went to school here. I've got a son now that's coaching at Grambling State University in football. He coached Tioga last year, Jalen Ivey. My son coaches here. So my daughters went to school here. I'm a Tioga guy myself. I love it because I tell them all the time, you don't realize how lucky you are to have the facilities that you had. My girls played softball. My son, of course, played football. Have the turf fields. They have the turf softball fields. You got state-of-the-art everything here. You get a jumbotron. I mean, who does that, right? You get a jumbo. You're going to get a new field house. You got brand new turf again this year. The community in Ward 10 here around this area does such a great job of putting money back into the community to make sure that everybody gets the full enjoyment of high school, and Tioga does it the best. There's no doubt. I don't care if we're 0-3. That don't matter. It's Tioga is building better humans, and that's so big here in Central Louisiana. So thank each and every one of y'all coming on board here. Make sure you tell your parents they can go back and watch it on 446 Sports so y'all get a little TV time, little streaming time here. And thank you guys, everybody, for being here and helping out. So we're going to take another break, then we're going to come back, talk about the Richwood Rams here, and then we're going to wrap it up. This is a special edition of the Reservation Roundup here live at the Columns at Tioga High School. We'll be right back.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
exercise science, and I'm currently interning at Louisiana Athletic Club, located in both Pineville and Alexandria, Louisiana. God has led me here, I feel like, to help others and to just shine His word and be a light to any who need, or just those around me here. And so I help and I'll give tours, I'll answer any questions needed, and just, clean as I go, and just, offer a smile and friendly conversation to anyone around me.
Welcome back, everybody, here to a special edition of Reservation Roundup. I am Billy French, alongside Chuck Perkins, who's behind the camera, making sure that everything's rolling smooth. This is going to be the final segment here tonight of the show here. Normally, we are at Quibido's, but tonight we felt like it would be a good idea to come to and be a part of the homecoming parade and the festivities. It's been an absolute beautiful night. Now the sun sets down as we're wrapping everything up here, but it's been a fun night as the traffic's already leaving here. Everybody's going. We've had some great guests on tonight. We hadn't even really talked a whole lot of football, but that's okay. Sometimes it's good to just talk about Tioga in general. We love our Tioga High School. We love everybody. We love Chuck Perkins' favorite wife, right here.
Favorite wife only.
She's over here.
She is the best wife.
You are the best, but you are his favorite too. You only got one, and that's your favorite. If you better say she's your favorite.
Oh, we're digging that whole.
Yeah, I'm just keep going and keep going, buddy.
Appreciate you.
We love her. Of course, she does so much for the Tioga community as well. And then she's, got to put up with Chuck every day and the dad jokes.
Pray for her often.
Every day. And I pray for her on a daily basis. I really do. But let's shift gears just for a few minutes here. We're going to talk about the Richwood Rams here. Out of Monroe area, they're going to be coming down tomorrow night, taking on your Tioga Indians here on homecoming night. Both teams, and yes, I'm saying this, both teams 0-3. Hasn't happened here at Tioga in a long, long time, but I don't mean anything at this point. You got to win the next game. Tioga's going to come in here tomorrow night. They're going to dominate, which we know they will. And we're going to get that first W, and then we're just going to go from there here. But both teams coming in 0-3, got a lot to prove, both sides of the ball for both Tioga and Richwood. I've seen a little bit of tape with Richwood facing Wassman last week, which we're going to see Wassman later on in the season as well. Low-scoring game. Wassman does get the victory over Richwood Rams here. They're going to come in. They're going to be in the shotgun. They're going to run that same type of offense to Tioga. They got some athletes over there. Someone told me that they're very familiar, very similar to like a Peabody Mustang team. So Tioga will be prepared for that because, they know how Peabody plays.
Talking about Peabody and a Vols team you're talking about? Or
No, I'm
Peabody
talking
War Horses.
The Warhorse. Peabody.
Not Mustangs, yeah. I thought
I'm sorry.
I thought you were comparing Peabody and a Vols.
I apologize.
That's okay.
I got you. Yeah, Peabody War Horses that we see every year in our district. Of course, they're going to be very similar to that style of play and with the athletes that they have at Richwood. So it's going to be a great night. Packed house. Weather's supposed to be fantastic. No rain in store that I saw, but this is Louisiana, so that could change in a matter of moments. And it's going to be a good night. Again, they're going to have all the homecoming festivities that we talked about. It's always going to be a lot going on. Of course, kids getting ready for the dance and doing all this and all that. Tioga's got a job to do, and it's to get that W tomorrow night here against Richwood, and I know that they will. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be supporting them. We're going to be ready at I think we're going to start the broadcast tomorrow night about 6:45. We'll kind of go over a little bit of the game here, talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by the Louisiana Athletic Club.
Pictionary version.
Pictionary. We do it every week here. We love it, so I've got to remember to give you my keys to the game first thing in the morning. But so that's going to do it here for this wrap up here. Special edition here at the homecoming parade. Glad that we do this. I hope we get to do this every year. This was a really, really lot of fun. I wish they would do the parade at 7 instead of 6. That way the sun would be set down and we could really get a whole full view. Hopefully next year, if the weather is right, we'll try to have that drone again next year. And but you can only you can control your controllables. That's all you can do, my friend. And so we didn't want Chuck running that drone into somebody's truck or whatever.
No, definitely not, because I'm not ready to pay for all that. I promise you.
We didn't get a chance to talk to Coach Cook, but we did get to see him. He was riding around with his wife and kid, and then of course his little dog. I saw the little puppy was in there as well. So we'll talk to him afterwards.
I will say this, there's a lot going on here at Tioga, and it's a great place to be. And we have that saying, it's a great day to be an Indian. But, if you look at the last 2 weeks, we had the retirement of the jersey, number 24 for Chris Williams. We got homecoming this week. We mentioned earlier about the gym floor being refinished, and something new is going to be coming again to Tioga. Yeah. We talked about the new turf. We talked about the Jumbotron. Talk about the field house that's coming. They're going to start it, I think, this coming year. It's going to take them about a year to get it done, but that's going to be a big 2-story addition out here off of the back of one of the end zones. Updating the track so we can start having regional meets here. Yeah. A lot going on here in this little community of Tioga. And, these people are just very supportive. The community is very supportive of it. And we're just very thankful of that, and that we have the support that we do to continue to bring you these action moments.
Yeah, and that goes to these, of course, Mr. Tharp here, the president.
Mr.
Arrington. Why do I keep calling him Tharp?
You did it the other day.
I did it the other day. I apologize, Mr. Arrington. I am so sorry. I'm very bad with names. I'm sorry. I did it. It's on me. So, Mr. Arrington, I apologize. I want to talk to you. I'm going to shake your hand when I see you at the football game tomorrow night. But basically, great things are happening here at Tioga. It's a big city, not in size, but in heart. It absolutely huge support here at Tioga. They pack the house whether you win, lose, or draw. They're going to come here to big game here tomorrow night. So come to the game. We want to see your rear end in the stadium. Right. And you can always come back and watch us on 446 Sports after here. But come fill the seats, pack the house. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We had a blast here at the parade. Got to see all the elementary schools of the area as well being a part of the parade, and that's going to be future Indians here. Then it's going to be people like we talked to tonight here with student body presidents and dance lines and Apache bells and all that. So for Mr. Chuck Perkins, I am Billy French. Thank you guys so much for watching for the Reservation Roundup. Stay tuned to tomorrow night. Come pack the house, 7 p.m. here at the Reservation. Thank you so much.